WandaVision, Episode 4. Finally, some receipts. My name is Levon Gittins, urban fantasy author, and welcome to my channel where we talk about monsters, mankind, and madness. But we also do reviews on comic book TV shows, fantasy TV shows, stuff like that, and I'm really enjoying WandaVision so far, so I'm going to continue reviewing this series. The episode starts off with everybody coming back to Earth, and these seem to be the same people who Thanos snapped out of existence like 3 years ago, because it was like 3 years that passed since Thanos did it. Who does Thanos think he is? Me? So everybody's teleporting back in, and one of the people is, as you know her right now, Geraldine, and they're teleporting into a hospital. So she's looking around, and everyone is literally running around, going crazy as they're teleporting back in. Woof, 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 woof. Finally, Geraldine runs into the doctor that she's looking for, grabs her, and she's like, "Hey, what happened to my mom?" And the doctor's like, "Your mom? I'm sorry, Monica." So her name is Monica. "I'm sorry, Monica. Your mom, Maria Rambeau, has passed." Maria Rambeau, ding, 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 ding. Do you guys know who she is? She is from Marvel as well. Monica and Maria were actually both introduced in the Captain Marvel movie. I know, guys. Rambeau went on to help build the Agents of S.W.O.R.D., which, as we know, helps defend the Earth against extraterrestrial dangers. We learn that she has died of cancer, so unfortunately this other guy is taken over. But he seems to be pretty nice, and he's now sort of ushering in, letting her see the facilities and take, her rightful place as an agent somewhere, higher up. She comes across this Westfield that seems to be this town that no one seems to really believe exists, including the police officers that are standing right in front of the sign that says Westfield. They're like, "We don't know no Westfield. Westfield don't exist," even though it's right there before your very eyes. He ends up running into an agent that looks pretty familiar. If you don't recognize him, he is from Ant-Man. Yeah, I know, guys. So he's from Ant-Man, and he had a bit of an important role. He was in everybody's business there, and looks like he hasn't stopped. He's still in everyone's business in this series as well. And he's going to help investigate this weird town that seems to be behind a magical force field. This strange town seems dangerous and is giving off the vibe that it does not want anyone to come near. So she decides to fly a helicopter in there like a drone. This seems to be the same helicopter that Wanda lifted days ago. That was in color, and she was like, "Why is this helicopter in color?" And I was wondering the same thing. Well, this is why. She drove this helicopter drone into the town, and then poof, it disappeared. Someone comes up with the brilliant idea of sending an agent through the sewers to get into the town of Westfield. And somehow that guy ends up turning into the beekeeper. So that's where the beekeeper came from. He was really a S.W.O.R.D. agent traveling through the sewers, trying to get up into the town, and Wanda found out, and that's when she was like, "No." Then the lady from Two Broke Girls, she's playing this character, Dr. Lewis. They start identifying some of the characters who are in this alternate universe, fake town kind of thing. So Dr. Lewis comes up with this plan to communicate with Wanda while she's at remember Anya's party, where she's at HBIC, through the radio. And they attempt this outside, using a whole pole and everything, and they start to get through. However, it looks like Anya did something. She goes like, but remember, Anya, when she cut her hand on the glass, her blood was red. So what? The only other thing that we see that was in color was the helicopter. So we have the helicopter that was in color, and then now we have Anya's blood also in color in red. So what do we know about the helicopter? That's something that was not in town originally. What do we know about Anya? Nothing. Just saying, maybe Anya got something under her sleeves. She always does. Don't forget, she's from Buffy. The now transformed beekeeper comes out of the sewer, and that's where we see Wanda go, no, and rewind time. Then all of a sudden, we're back to the scene where Wanda is giving birth to her kids, or after she gave birth to her kids, and she's like, explain to me again how you know about Ultron. Then we see what actually happened. Wanda looked like she knew what she was doing. She was not having it. She was like, she blasted that poor girl through the bookshelf, through the wall, past the lawn, through the magic portal, and back into Sword headquarters, where I thought she was arrested, but turns out she was not arrested. She lands right down there, and she opens her eyes and she goes, this is all Wanda's fault. This is all Wanda's fault. So the episode ends with Wanda and Vision sitting down, watching TV. According to Monica, this is all Wanda's fault. I don't necessarily believe that, do you? I mean, how could this be all Wanda's fault? I think that Anya, I'll stop calling her that, Dottie, as we know her in this universe, definitely has something to do with it. There's a few theories about Dottie. First of all, some people are calling her Mephisto. I don't know if you guys know who Mephisto is, but he's basically like Marvel's the devil, who actually does have ties with Scarlet Witch. And in some comic books, he actually wants her kids and does some kind of like magic spell with her kids. I'm not going to reveal that, but that might be a possible storyline. She might very well be Mephisto trying to steal the twins. I mean, that actually happened in the comic books. But there are some other theories saying that she is Arcana, which is, I mean, I don't really know much about that character, except for she's some kind of witch in, the Marvel series. She very well could be her. And then I also heard that she might be Doctor Strange's estranged wife, which might be kind of cool because we do know that they're doing a Doctor Strange miniseries as well. So maybe it's something to, tie into all, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Who was Dottie? Why was her hand bleeding red when everything else was in black and white? Comment, share, do all that cute YouTube stuff for me, like, whatever. And I will talk to you next week for the 5th episode of WandaVision. Bye.